everyone, Kyla here with Longevity Moves, and today I'm going to give you some exercises to strengthen your hips. Super important as we age to continue to keep good hip strength and mobility. Walking, as you know, is one of the most important things you can do for good health, and to be able to walk pain-free is just so important, and strengthening your hips is a good place to start. So you're going to need either a small ball, like a 7 to 11 inch ball, or a yoga block. And if you don't have these things, you could also use a pillow or a towel rolled up. So go ahead and come onto your back and take your small ball or block between your inner thighs. So kind of halfway between your knees and your hips there. And your feet are in line with your sitting bones, so they're slightly narrower than the width of your hips. And you don't want your feet too close to you or too far away. So find that happy spot. Feet nice and parallel, arms long to your side body. And we're going to take a straight bridge up, opening up the front of the hips, curling the tailbone under and reaching the sitting bones toward the heels. Take a breath and then hinge at the hips. Your sacrum will touch down and then you bridge back up. Keeping pressure on your ball, block, towel, whatever you're holding there. That's going to really strengthen that inner thigh line, which is so important for your knee health, pelvic floor health, and many of us are weak in those adductors. So we bridge up and stay up at the top, and then just press in on that ball, release slightly, and press in on the ball. Small release, exhale, press. Another thing to check in with here is your feet. Do you feel all 10 toes? Do you feel the big toe mound, baby toe, and heel planted? Often we'll have a tendency to either roll to the outside of our foot or the inside. So start trying to stay really planted. Just a couple more squeezes on that ball. Take a breath, and this time see if you can roll yourself down through your spine. All the way down. Good. Take the ball away and we'll do a single leg version. So one leg comes up and you bridge up to the top. And then this time we'll just lower 2 inches down and up. If that's feeling too challenging, just hold that single leg bridge. And you'll still get great work on that supporting leg side. You can peek down, make sure that knee's not opening out or rolling in. And we'll just do a few more. And lower that foot. Take a breath, roll yourself on down. Take breath at the bottom and exhale to roll to the top. That other leg comes up, tabletop, and just hinge maybe 2 to 3 inches down and back to the top. Again, you're still feeling big toe, baby toe, and heel planted on your mat. For 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Lower that leg, take a breath, roll yourself all the way down through your spine. Coming on to your side next. You can lie with your arm all the way long. Props out of the way. So bending your legs, you want shoulders, hips, and heels lined up in one long line here. And from here, I want you to lift your feet and shins into the air and lower down. So try to visualize that your top leg is just relaxing and your bottom leg is really doing the work to lift that top leg. You can rest this hand down in front or keep your hand on your hip. And then we'll stay up and do some clamshell. Inhale to open, exhale to close. Inhale. If this version feels too challenging, you can just do it with your feet down. Clamshell that way. What's important here is your form. So you're sending that tail back behind you to keep that neutral curve of your spine. We don't want to be in a tuck here. And then it's also important to not move the pelvic bones open. We're just moving that leg. All right, good. Next exercise is lying on your front, and you're gonna grab that ball or block. So come all the way onto your front, and you're gonna place the ball between your ankles. And you can come to lie all the way flat. If you want, your forehead can just rest on your hands, or for now, just stay up so you can see what's happening. So I want you to dorsiflex at the ankle. So I'm pulling the toes under, and then I'm trying to straighten my legs. So just do a few bending and straightening here so that you can feel that. Straighten and bend. And then straighten. Try to go into a pelvic tilt. So curling the tail under and pressing your pubic bone down towards your mat and lifting your navel toward your spine. Once you find that position, can you lift the legs? You may not go very high. Mine are barely lifting. But once we're in this position, we're being really honest about just working the hips to do this versus the back extensors. So trying to keep that pubic bone pressing down, relax your shoulders and neck, and lift up and down. And last set. And release. Good. You can let go of your ball or block. Just bend those knees. Let your feet flop from side to side. And then I want to do the single leg version. So no prop needed. You're just going to find that pelvic tilt. So you're curling that tail under. Press the pubic bone down. Straighten one leg. The foot can be pointed now. And then lift that leg up. And then lift the other leg up. So keeping the leg really parallel versus letting those toes point out. And then still keeping that pelvic tilt. So if you start to feel your low back, you maybe let go of it. So curl the tail, lift that tummy, and do a few more here. And then you can push yourself back to a child's pose just to give your back a rest after that. Big breath. And roll yourself on up. And I'll see you next time.